Welcome back.
Okay.
Glad to have you here and doing a testimonial, Dave. Tell us your story and start back what you were looking for back in 2019 when you came to us,
Right.
and then bring us up to speed in terms of what just transpired with the sale,
Okay.
and give us that journey.
Yeah. Well, we had some retirement money, and I don't really trust stocks and bonds and stuff. So I am being a builder.
Yeah.
I found out about your company from a home you put in around the corner from me,
Oh,
and you had your sign out there.
that's right.
So I called and we started talking about it, and to me, it looked like a really good investment. So that's what we did. We came to you guys, had you build it. The whole process was easy, smooth. It went quickly, and
That's our goal.
yeah. Well, especially from a builder's point of view, because I know how long some of these things could do.
Not
but
only a builder, but you're a home inspector, Dave,
Right.
and you're crawling in, on, over, and around and through homes
Right.
of all types and shapes.
Right.
So you came to us, and what did you see?
What I saw was a really good idea.
Yeah.
And at the time, ADUs were just starting to catch on. I mean,
Yeah.
I had trouble getting insurance for it because my insurance
That's
company
right.
didn't know what to do with it.
That's right.
So like I said, we had that extra money, and we decided to put it in the ADU and have it rented out for rental income. And because I had retired the year before that, actually,
Okay.
in 2018.
Yeah.
And so we did that, and it's worked out really well. We've had good renters. We've been really lucky with that. And they
What
even
did you
shared the hammock.
charge per month?
At this time, I think it was $1,300 a month.
$1,300 bucks
Yeah.
a month for the first renters.
Yes.
And then now
Yeah.
with this, you said a couple sisters,
No, now it's
No.
just one girl.
one gal. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, she's like 1350.
$1,350.
Yeah, I could have charged a lot more.
Yeah. Yeah. No doubt. No
But
doubt.
there's, having rental properties before,
Yep.
I just thought, it's a little better to have good people in there and
Yeah.
charge a little
Yeah.
less of,
Yeah.
So I didn't want to price them out. And
Yeah.
so,
Keep
it's been a
around,
really good
longevity.
experience, really good experience. And like I said, I figured, be about 5 years in order to recoup the costs
Yeah.
and break even on it. And
Fixed costs and everything, just
Right.
the whole. So you're taking the fixed cost that you spent divided by 60 months
right,
equals X
Right.
number.
right.
And
And
you're-
plus the raise in value.
Yep, raising. No, that's ignoring the raise in
Right.
value. You're
Right.
just saying straight.
Yes.
Take that number, and you were hitting $1,350 a month,
Right.
right? Whether it's $1,500 a month now,
Yeah.
but that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So life changes,
Yeah.
right? And you're really going to retire from being retired.
Yes.
Right?
So we put the house on the market on a Thursday night
Yep.
and had an offer, full price offer on it on Saturday.
No way.
Yeah.
And the market right now is not quite that hot.
Right.
It's hot, but it's not that hot. Tell
Right.
me why you think it was 2 days.
The couple that is buying it have been looking for a house like ours with an ADU
Yep.
for 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
That's crazy. They're holding out, cash in their hand, waiting for just that optimal
Right.
situation.
Right. So they saw it and they made an offer that same day they saw it. And of course we accepted it. And I'm still, because it's in my blood, I'm still doing a little cleanup work on the house and all that stuff.
You just do. Right,
So
right.
It's like my wife said, we're going to get a cleaning crew in there on the 30th,
Yeah.
the closing day, because, you don't sell somebody a house that much money and
Right.
leave it,
Right.
So, but it was because of the ADU, their son and wife are pregnant
Yep.
and they're going to have a baby.
Yep.
Gives them a place to live and be close to grandma and grandpa.
Oh man, win-win.
So,
Boom.
yeah, so I think that's the major reason why it sold so quickly.
Yeah.
But it's also in a good neighborhood and
Yeah.
all that stuff.
So key stats here, though. You listed it for a full price amount of
$775,000.
$775.
Right.
And if you didn't have the ADU on there, what did the real estate agent suggest or think that it
About
would-
$650.
$650, right? In
Right.
that mid-6 range.
Right.
So you got a $125 premium.
Right.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
On top of all of the rent money that
Right.
you collected over the past 5 years.
Right. It was one of my better financial decisions I've made, in my life.
That's cool.
So,
Well, I'm glad we were part of it.
yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
At Wolf, we want to really know what does and doesn't work
Right.
in terms of longevity. You have a house from 2019 that's been lived in, abused, and so forth.
Right.
What worked?
For me, it's been really low maintenance. I really haven't
Okay.
had to do it. Like I
Good.
said, I haven't had to do anything other than, exterior cleanup on the roof and the gutters.
Yeah, keeping things clean.
We did have an issue with the oven at first, but the warranty covered that
Oh, perfect.
because that was only a few months after
Yeah,
the first renters moved in and the oven wouldn't work.
yeah,
So, but other than that, the exterior's held up really well. The interior, other than just what renters do, hang up pictures and all that stuff.
yeah. General wall.
Right.
But we have smooth wall sheetrock. How
Right.
was it for repairing
Oh, that was easy.
compared to texture?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Sitting there trying to match orange peel. And it was
Well,
like,
when I redid my house, it was all heavy texture on the walls, and
Yeah.
I skim coated all that
Did you?
stuff, and put in round corners because the house was built in the early '70s.
Yeah,
So I skim coated everything. Yeah. So I always like smooth walls, so I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
yeah.
There's a few settling cracks.
Okay. Did you have a concrete or a post and beam foundation?
Concrete.
Concrete, yeah.
Yeah. Well, raised foundation, but
Yeah,
the
yeah.
concrete. Yeah. And the only other glitch when you guys put it in is I don't know if you remember, the power line came in actually under the house.
It was right there.
Yeah. So and they had to change that. So.
Yeah.
But I mean, you guys helped an awful lot with that. And
Yeah.
I remember the power company came out and they were a little embarrassed because the line that they brought to my house, I have two 200 amp panels,
Oh, wow.
and the line coming in is only sufficient for one 200 amp panel. So with your guys' help, they actually went to the
Green.
box
Yep.
and came under the driveway
Yep.
and brought in new lines. So
Oh, perfect. Perfect.
Yeah.
Because yours was the original house on that plat.
right.
So there's kind of some funky stuff going on.
Yeah.
But every project has some little hiccups and bumps. I mean,
Oh,
you've
yeah.
been in construction.
Yeah.
And how would you rate us in terms of the hiccups and bumps? Was the team good to work with?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were excellent to work with. Really nice people. No, they were really good. We had some expensive Japanese maple trees and
Yeah.
other things, bushes and stuff that they dug up,
Yeah.
wrapped up and set aside.
Yeah.
And then when you guys were done, they put them back.
Oh, man.
So
Cool.
I was real happy.
And that's the
with that.
stuff I never hear about,
Yeah.
right? So it's kind of fun to hear the little details that
Yeah.
happen on site that
Right.
when we find something that's important to somebody, we try to do our best to accommodate. Sometimes it doesn't always work. We had to cut that
Yeah.
big old branch
Yeah.
off that cedar tree.
Yeah.
But
I think that the crew, went above and beyond.
Good to hear.
So I was really happy with that. I was kind of amazed actually at how quickly the whole process went.
Good.
So-
What was the overall timeline from, like, let's say, I don't remember, and it's been how many, 5-6 years now?
Yes, a little over
From-
5 years.
Yeah, from start to like, all right, here's the keys, Dave.
Yeah, they started in 2019, I think, was when you started building it.
Working on permits.
Right, permits and all that stuff. And the house was actually installed on the property in 2020, the beginning of January, February.
Okay, so it's
So when you guys started, they came in, did the foundation, and then it just kind of sat there for, I think, a month and a half
yeah,
before you get the house finished and all that stuff. But once they delivered it, and it was really funny watching all the neighbors, their reactions to having that house sitting out in the street. What is that? Why are they doing?
yeah. Where's that going?
Yeah.
How's that gonna get there?
Yeah. So, but no, it was only like 2 months from when the house showed up until it was completely done and you handed me the
Boom.
keys.
Nice,
So,
nice.
yeah.
Well, thank you, Dave. I
Okay.
really appreciate the testimonial, and from there, we wish you the best on your endeavors in Pittsburgh and,
Yeah.
and beyond.
Yeah.
And thanks for watching this testimonial with Dave here at Vancouver, Washington. It was fantastic having him in to show him around and bring him up to speed with what Wolf's been up to. Comment below and we'll see you on the next one.